From troubles of the world I turn to Alexander Lukashenko, man of the people, daddy, sipping from a tiny espresso cup, smiling with a tennis racket maybe, toweling his glistening forehead with a 3 times folded napkin, looming over an inferior autocrat in full Belarusian hockey gear on the centre line of a rink, introducing American actor Steven Seagal to a watermelon, or, ideally, taking his favoured third son, Kolya, out for a ride on a Harley-Davidson through the obedient streets of Minsk. Yes, Alexander, former chairman of the Anti-Corruption Committee of the Belarusian Parliament, of which he was the only deputy to vote against the dissolution of his beloved Soviet Union, elected with a mandate to kill mafia conspiracy and New World Order Zionism, who said Jews turned Babrusk into a pigsty and Hitler wasn't all bad, he brought order and authority, better anyway to be a dictator than gay, Lukashenko. Yes. A man with a hat that massive can pass me legislation any day, and a man with a moustache that metallic can bring me pork scratchings on a metal tray through dry, all-night diplomatic debates till Vladimir Putin puts down his plate of coffee cake and gives Crimea back to Ukraine, and Sarah Palin records an acoustic cover of Yusuf Islam's Peace Train for a John Lewis Christmas ad campaign. Daddy says opposition protesters should have their necks wrung like ducks, and he has the police beat 7 shades of shit out of the other presidential candidates because he gives 0 fucks and 0 Belarusian bucks about the EU's economic sanctions or the UN's New Year's resolutions. He has to rig the elections against himself to make his majorities less great, and while few countries recognise the results, it's in the nature of haters to hate, so Alexander doesn't despair or lose any sleep or hair. He's always been more keen on hope. Look! There's a picture of Daddy and Kolya with the Obamas, with the Pope. When God was finally done stomping Belarusians into the soil during numerous weary wars fought for others' blood and oil, he gave them their own Soviet for the 20th century, and a circus strongman in uniform upon its death to be their daddy, to protect them from the hypocrisy of representative democracy, to maintain economic stability in the face of Zionist conspiracy. So when next you take some comfort in the notion of God's grace, do a quick Google image search for Alexander Lukashenko's face, and recall that the dictator teaching his son how to scrimmage was created just like you and yours in the Almighty's own image. So if God gave us flapjacks, flamingos, the flaming lips and flamenco, he also gave the Belarusians Alexander Lukashenko, and he's probably laughing still at the stipulations in Daddy's will.